What is going on, guys? This is Prodigy, and I wanted to bring you guys a video today to talk about some news that literally just released today. And it is some very interesting news if you're a gaming fan of any sorts like myself, and that is Nintendo has officially launched their new console, which is going to be called the Nintendo Switch. Now, previously, this console was referred to as the Nintendo NX because we knew Nintendo was working on a brand new console. I guess NX was just a code name for the project that they were working on, but Nintendo has finally come out and officially released a trailer for the new console dropping in March 2017, and it is called the Nintendo Switch, and it is very interesting to say the least. So, to give you a brief little overview of what the console is, I'll also show some clips on the screen so you guys can see it for yourselves. But the Nintendo Switch is basically like a hybrid console. It can be hooked up to your TV in your living room just like any regular old console, but it can also be removed so that you can take it on the go. So how it looks, and you probably see it on the screen somewhere by now, but there's a little dock that sits next to your TV, and in it is a little TV screen looking thing, and once the actual NX is attached to that, the game will show its display on your TV and you'll be able to control it with their controller. However, once you remove it from that dock, it becomes a mobile console gaming device. The game will appear on the screen and you'll be able to use the controllers attached on its side. Now, I've personally never seen anything like this before, and I honestly think it's a really cool idea. I mean, I have some questions, which I'll go over with you guys in just a second, but first impressions, I really like this idea. I think Nintendo took a step in the right direction with this one, because we all know Nintendo owns the mobile gaming market, and the Wii U was not that widely received, this generation of consoles. So it's kind of like they took an approach and tackled both areas with the Nintendo Switch, and I like that. I like what they did here, and it does look promising. So a couple things to point out: the console does use the cartridges just like the DS does, or the 3DS. It goes into the top of the console, it looks like. And the controllers are removable, so they'll like slide onto the sides of the screens, and they both have analog sticks as well as 4 buttons on each. One looks like a D-pad, the other looks like A and B buttons, and etc. and things like that. But it's definitely an interesting setup and not one that I have seen before. So as far as the Switch in console format, while it's hooked up to a TV, like I said before, it hooks up to a little dock that you put next to your TV, and it kind of slides in there. But my question is, when it's hooked up to the dock, will there be any sort of delay from the actual console to the TV screen? Because it's not technically hooked up to the TV directly, if that makes sense. At least that's what I'm gathering from my quick assessment of the trailer. It's not hooked up directly to the TV. It's kind of attached to the dock, which seems to then emulate or display that picture onto the TV screen. So will there be any sort of delay with the controllers or with the actual output on the screen, or did they take that into account? I'm just curious to see how that will work out. So that's one thing. Now, as far as the mobile gaming goes, it's actually pretty cool because you can actually, remove it from the dock. It has a kickstand on the back, so you can kind of prop it up and sit it on a surface, and then use the removable controllers to play while you have it propped up, so you don't have to necessarily hold the entire thing in your hand, which I think is a great idea. But a question I have is about the battery life. Exactly how much battery life does this thing have, and does it come with a mobile charger? Because I assume the dock that attaches to your TV will, keep the device charged, but I'm wondering if there will be a mobile charger in addition to that, so if you maybe run out of battery while you're on the go, you could charge it up without having to actually, hook it back up to your TV. So another question there. They do have a pro version of the controller that you can use if you don't want to use the detachable ones on the side, although I don't really think it'll be necessary. It seems like that would just be an extra peripheral if you do want to go that route. And speaking of the controllers, it looks like the removable controllers on the sides will be able to be split into two, and what I mean by that is you can actually have 2 players playing one with each controller. So if you go to a friend's house and you bring your Switch with you, you can give your friend one half of the controller, you can take the other half, and you both can play the game. Now I'm not sure how that will work. Obviously, maybe they have a different layouts as far as the controls go. But from what the trailer shows, that looks like that is what you will be able to do. So if that is indeed true, that again I think is a phenomenal idea. They really bring people together or make it easier to play with your friends with the console, which I think should be the ultimate goal for any console. You definitely want to make it easier to play with your friends. Now, lastly, something I thought was really interesting was that Nintendo showcased a bit of eSports in their trailer. So this kind of indicates that they have intentions to go further into the eSports, market, you could say. So I'm not sure exactly, how they would plan on approaching this or exactly what games they plan on supporting with the esports, but they put that in the trailer. So, I mean, they definitely do have some intentions with that going forward. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with that one, but that's pretty much it as far as my thoughts. I definitely am looking forward to the console. The rumored pricing is set to be about $299, which, if that is true, is not a bad price at all considering what you're getting. So I could definitely see myself purchasing it just by what I'm seeing right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to more stuff being revealed in the future. So far, there's about 6 games confirmed for the Nintendo Switch, which is Zelda, Mario Kart. There's a new Super Mario game, Splatoon, which is a team shooter. The Elder Scrolls, actually, and then there's going to be some sort of NBA game. They haven't specified which one yet, but there will be some sort of NBA game. They actually showed that in the trailer as well, so there will be a basketball game on the Nintendo Switch. But that's all we know for now. I am excited to see what's coming up in the future. As I said before, this is set to release in March of 2017, so really not even that far away. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section if you're a fan of Nintendo or, this caught your attention and caught your eye. Do you think you'll see yourself purchasing this? Just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Once again, this is Prodigy. Thanks for listening.